We're still plugging away on the Raybestos Camaro, trying to get it ready for Hot Rod Power Tour. The metal work has all been done. We've replaced all the panels on the car. It was a little rougher than what we initially anticipated, so we replaced the roof and quarters and so forth. Right now we're getting ready, prepping the floor to do some more stitch welds on the factory spot welds just to make everything stronger. And then we're going to paint the bottom of the car, and then it's going off to Vince at the paint spot. We're using Valspar products on this project, and Vince does a nice job, and he's going to do the paint work on this car. This car is getting a vintage air conditioning unit, and that's going to mount up under the dash, so therefore we smooth the firewall. We've got that all roughed in right now, and then we're going to do the final body work on that, and then paint that along with the bottom of the car before it goes to Vince over at the paint spot. We're using a GM E67 engine management system, and we're using the GM drive-by-wire pedal. We've mounted it to the firewall there. This is the factory frame rail that's spot welded into the chassis. We put additional stitch welds to the body since our chassis will bolt to that structural member. And by doing the extra stitch welds, it'll make it stronger. As you can see here, we're filling in the marker lights on all four corners, give it a smoother look. We've raised the floor underneath the rear seats to allow clearance for a larger muffler. We're using stainless works mufflers on this project, and they're stainless steel. They don't corrode or rust, and they'll give us a nice deep sound. As you can see, the mini tubbing is done over there. VFN in Addison, Illinois built us this one-off hood. It uses a Firebird formula style scoop on the Camaro hood. As I mentioned before, we like Firebirds and Pontiacs, so we put a little bit of Pontiac flavor onto this Camaro. Here's the wheels for the Raybestos Camaro. These are the front wheels. These are Forge Line wheels. This is the block for the Raybestos Camaro. It's an LS3 block. We're building a supercharged LS3. 720 horsepower is our goal. We've done that a number of times with the LS3s. And we're using upgraded internal components, forged pistons, rods, crankshaft, etc. The GM LS series blocks are very strong, and they can handle pretty good amounts of boost, mainly due to the fact that they have 6-bolt main bearings. So there's 4 bolts here, and then there's 2 bolts on either side holding the main bearing caps in. So it makes for a very strong package. This aluminum block, we've routinely done over 1,000 horsepower on the engine dyno with this production LS3 block. These are the cylinder heads we're using on the Raybestos Camaro. These are LS3 cylinder heads. They flow about 315 CFM out of the box, and there's plenty of flow there to make 720 horsepower goal that we have with the supercharger. This is our custom grind Schwartz Performance turbocharged supercharger grind camshaft. So we generally do development on our camshafts on the dyno, and this one here is got our proprietary specs for the supercharged applications. We've tested multiple supercharged profiles in our shop car at CTSV, which is supercharged. We've got a lot of new stuff going on here at Schwartz Performance. We're working on a new product here for C2 Corvettes. This will be good for 1963 to 1967 Corvettes. It utilizes Corvette suspension components with one of our chassis. Yeah. We've also added racking so we can stack chassis to the ceiling and utilize our floor space in a better manner. Have them staged, and when they're waiting to go to powder coat, they don't have to be taking up floor space. So this is a 52 Ford project we're doing. It has a 2013 Mustang Coyote 5.0 engine in it. Of course, it has a Schwartz chassis. We've had some billet wheels made that look like old steel wheel, and they're going to have like a dog dish style Ford hubcap on them. So it's kind of an old school look, but it'll have all modern underpinnings with Ride Tech coilovers and big brakes and so forth. Here we've got a 71 Challenger convertible. It's getting a modern 426 fuel injected Hemi along with a Schwartz chassis. We're just in the mock-up stages here. The T56 Tremec transmission needs the car needs a few modifications to the trans tunnel to fit the larger transmission in there, so we're mocking it up with our mock-up 5.7 liter Hemi. Here we've got a 52 Chevy pickup that we're putting a full chassis under and a 520 horse Schwartz LS3 engine. It's getting the large brakes, the 18-inch wheels, etc. This was a fully restored truck, and we're soon to be disassembling it and media blasting this paint off of it and starting over again. This is a 75 Trans Am that just came in for a complete makeover, so we're going to put a Schwartz chassis in here, 650 horsepower Pontiac engine, and fuel injection, of course, and it'll get painted blue.